Hey, Fireball Tim here. Welcome to Auto Dissection. Once again, today we have the Audi R8. Super cool sports car. Wow, where do you begin with this thing? Let's take a look at the side view real quick. This will help to determine that. You know, when the engine is in the midsection, it changes the design approach completely from front engine cars. It should become more of a cab forward type of feel. There's less room up front. You don't have to have all the bulk of the motor up front, so you can have a kind of a short area. Now, this is an Audi, but if you were to take the badges off, you may not necessarily know that. But there are still some elements. Let's take a look at the front again. Of course, we have the Audi logo right there. Straightforward front shot. Then we got the super huge grille right in front. You know, the bird catcher, or maybe I should say seagull catcher. What I really like is some of these, look at these lights, man. These lights are really neat because they really give a very aggressive personality. If you watch any of those Audi commercials, there's been a couple on recently that give this car some serious aggressive personality. But you know, there's a really neat thing about the side view I want to kind of show you guys is, you know, when you're designing a car, even a mid-engine or any car for that matter, there's certain components that really can send you off in different directions. The wheels are very important components of that, the headlights. But this Audi in particular has this center black panel. You take that black panel away, it becomes kind of not generic, but becomes a little less design-oriented. You put that panel back in, which I think comes in a variety of different colors and carbon fiber. It's a very cool design element that is very unusual for a car like this. Now I want to click on something so I can draw on this real quick. What also I like about this car is how these lines match up. Check this out. All the way up, over, straight shot, pew, and back hip again, and back out. That's a really unusual design design sculpture, a line of sight. So it really makes this car different. And as this line comes across here, this cut line, it stops, it terminates at the door, and then it picks up again towards the rear. And you would think that this element in the door, this cut, you know, would kind of line up with that, but it doesn't. And it still works. You got this little hip that's right here that almost makes like it's two cars put together, but it still works. And that is kind of the language for this car. The design language for this car is things that don't really make sense that all come together to actually make sense. Does that make sense? Another element with this car is the idea of a trapezoidal design reference. And what's neat is you have some pretty neat shapes that can represent that. Here's one here. Boom, boom. You know, there's a lot of that kind of shape that's going on. You got the see-through glass. You can take a look in the engine right in there. And even that shape, look at that. You know, there's a lot of those elements that are going on. Here it is again. You know, it's kind of like a square gone wrong. You know, but it looks pretty cool. They've done a really good job proportionally, but it was a big risk because Audi doesn't have a sports car, and the language was going to be slightly different so that it's not completely Audi. They were going to branch into a new area, and they've done a really good job at being able to achieve that. So overall, I think that the Audi R8 is a very aggressive design. It's very simplified yet unpredictable. And it makes for a complete package. Nice.